Hello, everyone who is watching this video. Today we are going to go to an altered state of consciousness where we will explore my past life in Atlantis, because I have been guided to do this because there's a lot of information that is good to be shared at this moment of time on Earth, and the experience of it, more like how it was to be living there, more of the experience, I think. So I have this lovely my lovely friend Juliana here with questions, and she will not be in the video, but she will. She's next to hear me asking questions when I'm going into that state, or we're going to that state together, but with her questions, and I will probably be experiencing my past life consciousness there, my past life there, and what the role was that I had there, and why it needs to be shared. It's not, yeah, it's more about the experience there, something for us to learn from at this point of time on Earth. And on this YouTube channel, I also share other channeled songs or other channeled things. So yes, no, but today this journey will be today like an inner journey, like in hypnosis you can call it. So thank you for watching. Maybe around 30.
So you're a young man.
I don't know if it's a very young man in that life, but I feel like very filled with light, like a young inside. I don't know. I don't really know how old I was there. In that vision, I don't really see myself. I just saw a quick vision of me. Maybe I would like to invite Sobek to speak. And I don't know.
What you feel?
To ask kind of more Sobek's consciousness to appear through me and say what needs to be said, and maybe share something more through straight to him with your questions. So I think that's the best way. I would like to ask you what you see from above, actually.
I see a city. Kind of like mountains around. Not really mountains, but yeah, like the cities in the valley.
I see this place I want to go to. There is a tall, like a middle point, greenery surrounded by some buildings, and in the middle there is a tall
turn?
Yeah, like a tower, like
Tower.
not tower, but there's nothing inside. There is just a pillar.
Pillar,
A pillar.
okay.
Yes. So that pillar is like a place where we would reconnect with speaking about truth. I don't know. I need to feel into this for a moment. Some kind of energy in that place with that pillar. It has this. I see this light from top of the pillar connecting to source consciousness through the earth, and this pillar somehow connecting to that pillar. We were able to connect to whatever information was needed in that moment for the highest good too.
So it's like communication.
Something to do with communication, speaking truth, yes. I'm not really sure. But it was energetically to connect to
the truth from within.
Yeah, I guess, yes. It's like this pillar of light, connection to source, light, and the earth. It's also for pumping, kind of, it's not the same like the pyramid, for pumping up the energies, but it's some kind of pillar of alignment.
Of connection.
Connecting to one's own truth, somehow. Yeah. What do you perceive?
That's what I'm perceiving, a connection with truth from within, communication from the higher power, from the source. That's what is needed in that moment. And it's keeping connection to the earth, giving kind of like antenna, like a wireless, I don't know how to say it, but
Yes.
holding this connection.
For me, it seems to have been, yes, very important. For it's kind of like keeping people also united, because people know that
the truth from within.
Exactly, that whenever they need any answers for the whole village, we would direct it through. I don't know, somehow I feel it's my energy speaking through my body. The light, to share the knowledge that is needed for that moment, for the people to understand, to know, to receive.
So you are to this pillar? Are you there?
I had some kind of connection to this pillar to share the information for the people in the village, for connecting this. It's like I'm becoming this pillar somehow. Even
So
though
can you connect with this pillar right now?
Yes.
Go with it.
that time everyone knew how to connect. When we knew how to connect to that energy in that time of this inner light that it symbolizes, the open inner portal, source consciousness, pure light, white light, of being in that state, we also kept each other more united in that village, because we were also united with Mother Earth through this energy. And through that state, we were able to keep each other united and to live in peace on that time and space, because of all this source light technology we had and the crystal energies with Mother Earth. And it was very important to feel this unity, because this was a place to always remind ourselves how to be united from within, and not to slip out from that, because that's how the society works. The society can only work, our society in that village worked because of this reason, that everyone were aware of this inner light that they could experience, because the whole village was kind of following this principle of that pillar of light. So it was always a reminder of everyone how to be united in that inner light, so that we could live more happily, more freely, with everyone's unique expressions of their souls, of their gifts, in a constant kind of flow, but in a harmony with oneself, to be a harmony with each other. And by connecting to this pillar of light with the sounds that I also emit, it's kind of allowing kind of each one to experience that for themselves. So you didn't actually need words for it so much, because words were more like sang or used in sounds like this way. Yes, we had a very deep language that cannot even compare to the language of this time we are on Earth now, but these kind of energies we were more transmitting through actions of like me. I had the sounds that I were more using my voice with the songs, the sounds, because they were not just sounds, they were really like I'm doing now, opening this inner light and source light expressed through the sounds, vibrations, frequencies. Yes.
What does that city represent? Where is the city?
It was almost like a hidden valley. But it was not really hidden, but we had to somehow keep this kind of energetic protection for that area. I am not really sure why. In that time they had many different areas of their own villages, I guess, but we had this protection.
Keep it safe?
Yes, somehow, yes.
How are people living in that city? What was the culture? How was the connection between, yes, they have the inner truth, authentic expression, feeling free in the spirit, but what else as a community, how they was having living together?
There were like many different kinds of beings. I don't really see clearly now, but they were like a little bit different beings, living beings than now on Earth. And it was more like really about sharing, and we were all really aware of how we are there together, even though people had their own families and their own time like everyone needs. But the whole society was built up on this principle of unity consciousness, of really being in one's truth, allowing the body to be expressed through this truthful energy, inner light, you can call it. So because we were so much aware of it and we had this energetic protection of it, it was easier to just be more in a flow. Well, many people had also their different unique gifts that they used in their own ways, and different kind of songs. Like it was just my way of using my voice. They had so many different ways of expressing this inner light that everyone had in their own ways. And the children were playing together, people were playing together like children, but it was more like not a question. If someone needed help, we knew that that's the moment someone needed to be help for that person, because everyone had this kind of trust that everything happens in the right time, in the right space, and in the right way somehow. So it just worked out very well, the whole society, because of that reason.
What is your name in that life? Who you was, who you are there, what is your responsibility? What are you doing?
It seems like my role was to somehow keep this energetic pillar, same like that pillar. I was keeping it in a balanced state somehow. And it was not like I chose to be some kind of keeper of that area, but it was something I did with just my energy of being just the force, kind of a powerful force of energy that just I was naturally emitting from just allowing myself to be in that source energy. And energetically uniting that place. That's what I feel. Yes.
You had a family, or this just was your purpose in that life?
Yes, I had a family.
Beautiful. What is your name?
Sobek. The love that I experienced in that lifetime with my family, with my wife, with the children, it was a much bigger love that we can even imagine on the time on earth at this time. It's possible on this time too, but the love was just more stronger, more powerful, because we were all aware of the source within. We didn't have so many worries like nowadays. We just trusted the light within, and then we could just be in that light, and that's how the love also was able to flourish in a more in a more divine way, I would say. I don't know what else word I would describe it. Yes.
What is tree principle, or I don't know how to put the right question, but are there in our language you say rules, but what are the principle first 3, 4, 5 that people are really pay attention to it when they live their life at that time?
The principles are according to source, to all the laws of the universe. They are just following that, because making laws from the human mind's perspective, it's just we all in the earth for learning something. So the humans are not able to put rules for others from the human mind's perspective, because the leaders are just learning themselves. So all the rules, that's why we had the pillar of light as a truth, pillar of truth place, where we could connect to whatever we needed to know in that moment for the village, for the unity of the village, for the unity of the people, and for the healing of the souls also. They had different kind of methods for different kind of technologies, you would call it, for individual healings also for people, but now it's not time to go into that. It was more about the rules. The rules, you don't need rules actually, these kind of rules that we have nowadays in this earth, because we knew that there were always this truth within source consciousness, the everything, to be a part of everything, but in the same time knowing your own soul's uniqueness, the light that you shine within. And if not, then individuals just had to go through their own process of expansion of that light, to go through whatever lessons they had to learn in the life, come back more to the truth of who they are. So that's why the pillar of light was the center of kind of experiencing that truth as a society, and knowing what is the best guidance, I would say, that's the word I was looking for, guidance for the village. Not to put any rules for individuals, because it doesn't work like that to live in a free society that wants to be really connected to the source light. Yes.
Yeah, because the rules also have a limitation, a restriction in some ways.
Yeah, exactly. Not living in the flow. Exactly. Yes.
And totally resonate with. But I was more for a human mind. We are like labels. We like something that makes sense for the human mind. But I understand that lifetime was following the heart and the authenticity and the truth from within, and everything was working in a balanced way because it was connected with the truth from within.
Of course, people had their own turmoils and their own, how do you say, not term, whatever. People are always going through something in their life. Every life is for some kind of story to be told and some kind of story to go through, to learn and grow. But we were definitely united in a way that individuals had a possibility to seek that lesson and got help from each other in that way.
So there was creating like ceremonies, gathering for people that was having situation or lesson go through and they have difficulty or perception.
There were many different ways, so many different ways, because as everyone is unique as a soul. You need many different ways of expressing this truth, of experiencing the truth, of sharing that with each other for the purpose of co-creation of this light within, for being in truth. This was my way of connecting to this pillar of light and expressing the truth through my voice with the sounds and words, whatever information through that experience that was needed to be experienced for that society. Yeah.
There was like how can I name it? Not a person in charge, but a person with more responsibilities.
Yes, it was sharing the truth from this light. Sometimes with words, sometimes with just the energetic clearing that I channeled with this light, becoming this pillar of light, channeling with the frequencies of the sounds that were completely keeping us protected and in the light, and really allowing everyone to reach this truth within, on an experience level, not through words itself, but kind of the experience. That was the important thing. Why to connect to that pillar of light through the sounds and songs and words, but words kind of in an energetic way, like I said.
It there in that time, people was honor others people's stories and pain. How they was going to these moments and ceremonies when people had need of releasing, of learning, of processing their own pain, if I can call it like this, situation that they have to go through.
There are endless ways, so I cannot I cannot start explaining one way, because it depends on who you are talking about, in which way you're talking about the person, what story that the person has, and what person is the best person to connect with that person in that right moment, in the right time, in the right situation, circumstance, in which energetic way. So I think this is for another topic on another day. But yes, thank you so much.
Thank you.
I just want to feel, is there anything else? Or do you feel something? Something else that could be mentioned or asked? I feel like this.
I feel like it's okay.
Yeah. I think lastly, just what I feel is good to be said is about, what I feel guided to say is about the connection to Mother Earth. That was the whole thing. That was the most important thing on that time, and which is still on this time, but that people just have forgotten the energetic connection to Earth, to the soul level, because that is connecting us all. Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
To see if there's something. Thank you. Yeah.